Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Farmer George. Today's episode is going to be an update video. 9 months ago, I decided for the first time to graft a pepper plant. I had a ghost pepper plant and I wanted to graft 3 different types of peppers on it. But if you haven't watched the grafted pepper video, it's brought me 21,000 views plus, and it's brought me most of my subscribers. So if you subscribe because of that video, I really want to thank you for that, because today I wouldn't be at my, I think, 619 subscribers without you. So thanks a lot for watching that. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. I have the links in the description of this video, and then come back to this one and you'll check out the plant as it is today. Without further ado, let's go check out that plant and we'll discuss some of the things that happened to this plant, and I hope you enjoy. So here we are downstairs, and this is the overwintered plant. It's the same one in that green bucket that I had. You can see in here that I had one of the spots where the graft was. There's another spot right there, just dried out. And there's the third one. I think this pepper plant lost its grass for a few reasons. It was late in the season when I did the graft. I chose to overwinter it, and then it got hit with fungus gnats pretty hard all winter long. I think all those reasons added up to the grafts ultimately failing. The technique was there, just not the execution and the results. But as you can see, this plant is doing amazing. We already got one ghost pepper right there. We got another one right here. We got another little guy right there. And just buds everywhere on this plant. And it's loving life right now, out isolated by itself. I'm gonna keep it down here because I don't want to attract any extra fungus gnats with this green pot that I have going on. So the reason that this pepper plant doesn't have many pods right now is because you have to harden off your overwinter plants just like you'd harden off your seedlings. They can't just go in from having no light to all of a sudden being soaked with sunlight. This plant took a little bit of time to kind of bounce back. In fact, I didn't even think it was going to bounce back. I just put it outside as an experiment. Peppers are really resilient. It's just doing awesome right now. I'll definitely overwinter this one again. I have one plant that I didn't graft, but the branch broke and then healed itself. So let's go up there and I'll show you how that one looks and how a successful graft should actually look. So I wanted to show you guys this plant really quick. It's not a grafted plant. I wanted to show you what you should look for when you've had a successful graft. If you see this scarring right here, it kind of looks like a triangle. It's because this branch basically split off, but it was early enough in the season and this plant's not always in full sun that it healed itself. So there's no exposure there, and this plant is doing great. So this branch goes all the way up. It's this one wiggling right here. So it's not the tallest branch, but it just goes to show what you should be looking for when you have a successful graft. I haven't grafted any peppers this year because I have enough variety going on my garden right now. So as you saw, the plant's doing great, except it doesn't have the grafts. And the 2 main reasons for that, for this particular plant, I did it in its mature phase. When you have a pepper plant in its mature phase and it's not really growing anymore, focuses more on putting out buds and flowers and then ripening its fruit once it has set pods. On such a mature plant, it's not going to focus on repairing the fusion that I did with those grafts. So that's the number 1 reason this pepper plant did not successfully fuse its grafts. The second reason is it might have fused the grafts if it had a little bit more season. I really wanted to overwinter this plant because I was really excited to have 4 different types of peppers this season on one plant. But unfortunately, we ran out of time. The plant couldn't repair itself in time. I overwintered the plant, and that really puts it in survival mode. If the plant's in survival mode, it is not about to repair itself. It's kind of settling in for the winter and just gonna go dormant. So that's, I think, the bigger reason why the grafts did not successfully set. If you haven't seen the video on overwintering the plants or grafting the plants, I'm gonna have the videos pop up right here so you can click on those. Just keep in mind those 2 tips that I just mentioned about grafting your plant. You gotta start early, wait until you really start to see growth, but there's a lot of room to grow. Because if you graft plants too early, it's going to be a very delicate process. you're gonna be working with very thin branches, and it's a lot harder to do. Right now, the plant's doing awesome. It's setting fruit. It's actually beating the ghost pepper plants that I started indoors this season. So that's one of the benefits of overwintering your plants. I'm not gonna go into all of them. You can watch that video that I'm gonna put up here, and I'll put the link in the description. So thanks again, everyone who's been watching, who's subscribed because of my grafted plant video. You've really fueled my channel with subscribers, and I'm really thankful for that. I hope this video gave you some tips if you're having some trouble grafting your plants, or maybe you just wanted to see an update and see how this plant was doing. So 9 months later, there it is. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you stick with me, and thanks again for watching. I'm Farmer George. Let's share and grow together. See you next time.